Hello friends. Now let us take up the third concept in our series. This is understanding data types and variables. This is the most important concept. Every programming student to know about that, the clear meaning and purpose of data types and variables. For your information, so far within a span of 15-20 years, I addressed 1 lakh students or plus. Everybody asked this question, this fundamental question: what is data type and what is variable? You may not believe that not even 0.001% student could answer it properly. That is the most pitiable thing. I don't say that they do not know, but they are not in a position to explain that. You should not be in that category. That's why I am explaining it clearly from real life angle with a simple examples. You own the concept, you know the concept and own the concept, and you should be in a position to explain it to others without any confusion, with clear words. Okay, now let us take up an analogy, real life analogy. From the real life analogy, we can understand it properly. Actually, in our day-to-day life, we use different types of articles like books, pen, cell phone, files, papers, etc., etc., and all that. Different types of containers we use. So the carry bag, gunny bag, briefcase, college bag, bag, trolley bag, etc., etc., and all that. Here, why so many types of containers? So many types of containers means here for every article a suitable container is there. That type of container only we have to use. Suppose you take your cell phone. Your cell phone, which is the right container for that? Your pocket is the right container. Your college bag is not the right container, or a briefcase is not a right container. So for a laptop bag or briefcase is the right container. So in this way, in our day-to-day life, for every article we choose the right container. Here in programming, we deal with the data. Data is the core, because all our programs, regardless of the language, they manipulate data and get result. So data is core. Where data is stored? Data is not stored in the air. Data is stored in the computer memory. In which form? Data is not dumped in the computer memory. In a computer memory, different types of containers are created. Different types of containers are created, and for all of them, one name is given, one type is there, and in that the value is stored. So memory is stored in the computer memory. Data is stored in the computer memory, the named memory containers. That point you have to understand. I detailedly explain. Don't worry about that. Okay, data is the core. So here I introduce three data types, because data items are different types. Your name is there, your age is there, your height is there, your roll number is there. So data is different types. Now for the sake of this explanation, for the sake of this concept, I take only three data items, and this is based on C language, not on Python. Python is simplified. So if we have to understand the real thing, we have to take C and learn. Okay, now I am taking only three types. First type is whole numbers. Second is fractional numbers. Third one is single character. Okay, only three types I am taking. With reference to C, I am going to explain that. Okay, more or less this is applicable to Python also. Whole numbers we call as integer. Whole numbers means not only positive whole numbers, negative whole numbers, including 0, that is called integer. And fractional numbers, in mathematics it is called real numbers. Here it is called floating point numbers. Floating point values. This one, character, simply called as a character, single character. Okay, for the sake of programming, it should be simplified. Every time if you have to write this, very big issue is there. That's why it is simplified. Integer is represented by int, a keyword, and float, this is char, all lowercase. So three data items, I am going to explain about three data items, int, float and char. For example, 9 minus 10, 0. These are the examples. 1.2, 0.123, 3.14159. These are all float. And character A. Any character. This is blank character. These are characters. Just remember, only 3 types I am going to explain. These are through C language. The C example. By that you can have 100%. And these are data types. 3 data types. Integer represents whole numbers. Floating point represents fractional numbers. And char represents single character. Actually, where we use, suppose your age is there. Normally, we represent our complete age, 29 years, 19 years, 15 years, etc. and all that. Floating point, your height is there, your weight is there, your height and all that you must represent with a floating point 5.3. 5 is not suitable, 6 is not suitable, 5.1, 5.9, 5.11, like that. Char, your section in college, your section A, your grade B, like that single character sometimes we represent. So here 3 data types, these are called data types. 3 data types I am using for the sake of this example. Okay, now here I am talking about a declaration statement. Whatever data we want to use in a program, all the data items should be declared with the type, name, etc. and all that. From real life angle, you follow this principle. Actually, you invited 10 guests to your home for dinner. Then, what you have to declare? Declare means what you have to communicate to your people who prepares arrangements for food, etc. and all that. I invited 10 guests. Out of that, 5 adult people, 3 children, and 2 babies. Like that, you have to. Why you are classifying them? You know that 5 adult people, 3 children, 2 babies. Like that. According to that, your people will make the arrangement and prepare food. In the same manner, whatever data we are going to use in our program must be declared. What is the declaration statement? I show it to you. Now you want to declare, you want to use your age in a program. So what is this type? Normally, as a practice, how you declare your tell your age as a whole number. 19 means 19 completed, 22 completed, 51 completed. So what is the right type? Already I told you, int is the right type, int age. If you write this, what happen in a creation of data? A data is created, that means a memory container is created and is int. This is the memory container, this is our pocket. Okay, this got ready. Thereafter you want to store your age is 20. Okay, this is like full stop. Okay, this is not mathematically equal to, this is called assignment operator. If you give it, it is stored in this, then it is stored. So now entire thing is called variable. Entire thing is called variable. Now define the variable. What is the variable? A variable is a memory container. Variable is a named memory container in which a constant is stored. A constant value is stored and of a type. Here the named memory container, what is the name of it? 20. What is the type? Int. In that one value, one constant we are storing. Why it is constant? Next year what would be your age? 21. So then 20 is replaced by 21. What was previous year? Your age was 19. 19 was replaced by 20. 20 will be replaced by 21. So always remember, a variable is a named memory container of a type in which a constant is stored which may be replaced. In that way, variable you have to understand. Simply understand a named memory container. What is the data type? Int. One more declaration statement of different type I explained. By that you can have better understanding. This is height. What is the suitable data type? Float. And your height 5.5. Okay. Now how can you view this? With this image you can view this height. This is what? Float. And what is the value? 5.5. This is another variable of float type. One more also, char, grade A. Actually, these characters should be enclosed by single quotes. Single quotes. In this manner, you have to write the declaration statement. Now you see how you can view this. This is grade, named memory container. What is the type? Data type char. In this, what you showed? A. In this manner, you imagine that. Form a mental picture. You need not draw that. If you form a mental picture in brain, you can explain it very easily to somebody, or you can write exam well. Okay, now you get a doubt. Why it is called variable? Actually, you know mathematical variable. Mathematical variable is different. Mathematical variable is whatever quantity which is subject to change. A price is there, price is changed. A weight is there, weight is changed. Height is there, height is changed. Such type of things called variables. But here variable is different. Why it is called variable? Just understand this thing. Actually, A is this variable. Why it is called variable? What happened last year? What was your age? 19. 19 was replaced by 20. Was replaced by 20. What will happen next year? 20 will be replaced by 21. In that sense, it is called variable. Actually, in my view, it is a misnomer. That's why people are confused. So, this is the real meaning of variable and data type. Variable means a named memory container in which of a data type, a named memory container of a type in which a constant is stored, which may be replaced by some other value. That we have to understand. So, every variable is represented by a type that is called data type.